Bum, ba, 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 bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Hello everybody. Welcome to our Wednesday night. Oofta. A little tired. I was just down at the river and thought we were going to do it outside today. But then it started getting a little bit colder and a little bit breezier. So I raced back to my office and I just got here. So I'm a little out of breath from racing up the stairs. So needless to say, I am not quite prepared yet, but that's okay. To give people a chance to realize that I am alive. I'm alive! And get my stuff set up. So thank you for joining me. If you are new, don't know who I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman. And I welcome you here. Thank you for joining us for this sacred ceremony. Which I will explain in a minute. So, in case some of you have never experienced the pipe ceremony before, I will kind of go through it, do a little tutorial on what it is and everything like that. So, because I was racing up here, I don't have our virtual fire. I didn't have time to pull up YouTube on my laptop and get our virtual fire going. But I have a couple of candles here I'm going to light in a second, which will hopefully make it easier for you to see me so I'm not all shadowy and mysterious and all of that. So I'm just setting up my altar. Got my altar cloth and my pipe and a couple other things that I put on my little altar, which actually the pipe is actually mobile church, a mobile altar. And like especially when the pipe first was given to the Lakota people 19 generations ago, they were nomadic people. And so it suited them to be able to bring church along with them. And they could do ceremony wherever they were. They could connect to Creator wherever they were, no matter where that was. And it's nice too because I've got my pipe bag and everything, which I can keep with me. I can take along wherever I am, and I can do pipe ceremony virtually anywhere. Just like tonight, I had intended on doing ceremony down at the river. I was down there with a friend and it was really nice. The sun's out, and then it just started getting a little bit cooler and a little bit cooler and shivering a little bit more and a little bit more. And I was like, you know what? I am going to aim for doing our first outside pipe ceremony next week. And this week I am retreating to my office here where we can do it in comfort and not have the distraction. Well, that I won't have the distraction of trying to stay warm and having the breeze blowing out my matches before I can get my pipe lit, etc. So, okay. Let's push this over a little bit further. Make room for another candle. All right, so almost there. And so if you've never been to a pipe ceremony, or you've never been to one of my pipe ceremonies, give me a second here and I will explain what we are up to. Okay. So I started doing these videos at the beginning of the pandemic when when it wasn't safe to get together. And it's just, I just keep going. I did it as a way to help support my community, to support you in a world that was seemingly more and more out of control and careening into unknown territories, etc. And so I wanted to do something to bring an element of stability, a consistent time and space where people could come and breathe and let go and connect to spirit rather than focusing on all the drama and anxieties of the world. And so at one point I did go to like once a month, and that might happen again. A lot of things are changing in my life and my practice, my business, and I might start doing it a little less often. I'm not going to stop it completely, but I might end up doing it, at least like the live videos, maybe a little less often. But I'm hoping over the summer, when it does get a little, just a wee bit warmer, to start actually doing in-person pipe ceremonies for local people. Come and hang out at the river, at the park, and do ceremony in person. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for your presence. You don't realize how much of a difference your presence, your energy makes to these ceremonies. And for that I am grateful for your presence, for your energy. I'm not grateful because you don't know how much of an effect you have. I am grateful that you share your energy with me to do this ceremony. So the first thing I'm going to do is drum in our sacred space. And because I was planning on doing it at the river outside, I brought my moose drum. So we got my moose drum tonight. And I'm going to drum and call in the spirits to hold sacred space for us, to give us an energetic container within which to connect to spirit, so that we know that we're protected, that we're watched over. And that's what allows us to ease out of our own barriers and armor and everything. We can just open up and allow ourselves to receive the blessings of the universe. So spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. All right, my friends. So, for those who don't know what the pipe is or have never been to a pipe ceremony, this is a sacred pipe. This is my, well, I say my sacred pipe, but the pipe is its own entity. It's not owned by any, that's why we're called pipe carriers, because we don't own the pipe. We are carriers of the pipe. The pipe itself is one of the most holy objects in the world. It is the most sacred object to the Lakota people. Like I said earlier, this is church. This is the altar, because the stem is the divine masculine and the bowl is the divine feminine. So when we put it together, it is all of creation. It is all those dualities that we can think of as one, the one unfragmented holographic universe. And so when I do put the pipe together, until I take it apart, is one giant prayer. Kind of in the same way, like I was raised Catholic, and we were told that, you know, each Mass is a prayer. And so when we put the pipe together until we take it apart is one giant prayer. And it basically creates a channel straight to Creator. And so once I do put the pipe together, pay attention to your thoughts. There's a phrase that I live my life by. It's called walking in beauty, where every thought you think is either a seed of love or a seed of fear. Every word I say is either a seed of love or a seed of fear. So to walk in beauty is to focus on those thoughts and words that are inclusive, that connect, that heal, rather than the ones that divide or conflict or whatever. And so when you put the pipe together, because there's that channel straight to Creator, just watch your thoughts. You don't have to be hyper vigilant. You're not going to be punished if you have a bad thought. You're not going to go to hell or anything like that. But it's the more we can foster healing thoughts, the better, more healing, the more healthy we become holistically, not just physically, but the more harmonious light we actually exude into the universe, right? And so the more light and love that you can bring into the universe, it's called walking in beauty, so that everything you do or say creates those seeds of love. And so it's good practice, especially doing ceremony, to kind of just, you don't have to guard them and you don't have to discipline them or anything like that. Just pay attention. And I was just telling someone today, one of my favorite authors is Martha Beck, and one of the things she talks about is the shackles on feeling and the shackles off feeling. And if a thought comes into your head and it makes you feel shackled. It makes you feel smaller. It makes you contract. Then that thought is absolutely false. And if a thought makes you feel like the shackles are coming off, and it might be very subtle, but if a thought makes you feel a little lighter, a little more free, that thought is true. And it's like that's what your emotions are for, is to guide you through the various thoughts and to focus on the better feeling thoughts. Because it becomes a pattern. And the more better feeling thoughts you think that you focus on, it's like energy flows where consciousness goes. And the more you focus on thoughts of abundance, of thoughts of love, of thoughts of unity, the more examples of that the universe will show you, the world around you will display to you. And so this is an opportunity to practice that, because those thoughts and intentions go straight to Creator. And so it's a very powerful time to focus your intentions, to focus your prayers, to pray the biggest, bestest prayers that you can think of, And I always say it's kind of like as an artist, they tell you to, if you're going to try to sell your art, you set a price that is like the highest price within your comfort zone, and then add $50 or $100, because your perspective is skewed and you can't know what is at your comfort zone is not what it's actually worth. And so it's to reach for those higher, better feeling thoughts, to reach outside the comfort zone, to what you actually deserve. Whatever desires, whatever passions you have in your life, that is a signal from the universe, from Spirit, telling you what is possible and what you deserve. If you have a desire for something, that is proof that whatever is at the heart of that desire actually exists. You wouldn't feel the loss or the emptiness of not having that fulfillment if it didn't exist someplace. You wouldn't have the reference point. So if you have that feeling of longing, of desire, that in itself is proof, number one, that that the fulfillment of that desire exists, number one. Number two, that you deserve it. So reach beyond your comfort zones. Pray for the ultimate outcome of whatever you're desiring. Don't settle for, well, I really want that, but, if I get this, that's okay too. No. We are co-creators in this life, in this world. And there's no settling. If you're settling, you're selling yourself short. And you're denying your power, and you're denying your connection to Spirit, to the divine. And the universe, we are creators. Even in the Bible where it talks about we are created in the image of God, whatever, God is the creator. Us being created in His image means that we are creators. And we create the world around us by what the thoughts we think, the feelings we feel. And with that, realizing, remembering our own divine spark, knowing that there is nothing that can be withheld from us. I hope that's all making sense. Ultimately, you deserve joy. You deserve fulfillment. You deserve to be happy. We were born here to enjoy ourselves, to adventure. This is meant to be an adventure, to see what can we create, what can we possibly make of our lives, not just to get by, right, and survive. It's like we came here with that what if. What if I did this? What would happen? What if I went there? What if I am God? What if I, let's see the limits of this. And so we keep pushing those limits, pushing that horizon to see how powerful we are until we finally remember our co-creatorship with Great Spirit, whatever you want to call it. So when the pipe goes together, it's the perfect opportunity to practice thinking your best feeling thoughts, for to reach beyond the comfort, right? To reach the bigger thoughts and the bigger prayers and the bigger intentions. They might be uncomfortable. There might be discomfort there because you're reaching beyond what you think you deserve. And the key word there is think you deserve, to what actually is yours. You couldn't desire it if it weren't already a part of you. And so that little bit of discomfort is it's like that is shedding the skin, the old snake skin of who we think we are, so that we can grow beyond what we have ever been, who we have ever been. So reach for the stars. Right? So anyway, I feel like I just went on a total tangent, but that is okay. And so we do the pipe ceremony, just like I said, like the masculine and the feminine coming together. The pipe is the presence of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, like in the old westerns when they call it the peace pipe, right? It is about peace. It's about bringing together. It's about unity. The red of the pipestone, the catlinite that makes up the bowl, is representative of the blood of all nations. So when we smoke the pipe, we are calling into unity and harmony the blood of our global tribe, our global family, all tribes, all nations, right? And that is part of why the 4 colors of the medicine wheel, I don't know if you can see that clearly, I tied these on my pipe as a representative of the 4 colors that you find in the medicine wheel, the black, red, yellow, and white. And that also, besides the other things that symbolizes, it is also like the races, the 4 races of humanity. And so the pipe is about bringing those together, weaving those together to create beauty, to walk in beauty together and see what amazing things we can create in this world. What amazing accomplishments can we achieve together. So what the ceremony itself will look like, the first thing I'm going to do is light some sage. I'm going to smudge everything on my altar here. And then I'm going to do a prayer asking for permission to smoke, and then assuming that the answer is yes, well, I don't assume. It has come up no before for whatever reasons. But if it is a yes, I will put the pipe together, and then I will put 4 pinches of tobacco into the bowl, and that part will be done out loud. So you'll hear the offerings I make. You'll hear the different beings that I call on to smoke with us, to gather up in the tobacco those spirits to come smoke with us. And so that's 4 pinches. And once I have those 4 pinches in the bowl, there is a song that my guides gave me to sing before every ceremony that I facilitate. And I will sing that song at that point. Then I will light the pipe. And then I will blow breath blessings, offering the pipe to the 4 directions, the 4 elements, and then to Father Sky, to Mother Earth, in a circle to all our relations, and then to Great Spirit. And then I will hold the stem to my forehead and the bowl to my heart for a moment of silent prayer. Then when I come back, I may need to relight the pipe, but then the first thing I will do is I will take a great big puff of smoke and I will blow it straight at my camera. And that is a blessing from me, from Great Spirit, coming, from my heart, through my breath, through the smoke of the tobacco, and going through my phone, through the magic of the internet and the magic of the holographic universe. That blessing comes through whatever device you're watching this on to your heart. That is the point where you say your biggest, bestest prayer, or set your biggest, bestest intentions. We just passed full moon, so this is a great time for releasing. And so when you get that big breath of smoke coming at you, you might want to think, like, what do I want to release right now? What is weighing me down? What is distracting me from my path? And as that smoke washes over you, set that intention and let whatever that is release from you, and let the smoke carry it away. Then I will continue to blow some breath blessings to my guides, and for some intentions I have, for some intentions of others and stuff, and then at times sitting in quiet meditation, and then blowing more breath blessings. And when it all feels complete, I will say another prayer, I will sing another song, and then I will take the pipe apart. And that will be the end of the ceremony itself. And then usually I will talk after that, whatever spiritual tangents come into my head, whatever my guides prompt me to speak about. We'll see what happens. I never know from one moment to the next what's going to come out. And then when we're done with that, I will drum and release the spirits that have so lovingly held space for us tonight. So let's do ceremony. All right, so may you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. Aho. Grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send a voice. We ask permission to smoke in this place at this time. All our guides and guardians watch over us as we smoke. Creator, Earth Mother, Tawabin, Shanadisi, Magikiwas, and Waboose. There was always room for you in my pipe. Creator, Earth Mother, for the two-legged, the four-legged, the winged, the crawlers and the swimmers, all our relations come smoke with us. Grandmother Moon, Grandmother Ocean, to the energy of birth, growth, maturity, the spirit realm and our ancestors, may all the passages of our lives be in harmony and grace. Creator, Earth Mother, to eagle, coyote, bear, white buffalo Catwoman, bringer of the pipe and the law of good relations to the people. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send a voice. Thank you for our lives. Thank you for our guidance. Thank you for your unconditional, non-judgmental love and support. Thank you for being within us with that light that cannot be extinguished by the deepest darkness. Thank you for who we have been, for who we have become, and for who we are becoming. Aho. Ihi la ihi o. Ihi la ihi o. Ihi la ihi o. Ihi, ihi, ihi la ihi o. Ihi la ihi o. Ihi la ihi o. Ihi Ufta. I say that so often that I don't know if I'm actually saying it or if I'm just saying it because I always say it. But ceremony never seems quite complete until I say Ufta. So, there is that. Oh my gosh. I love being able to share this with others. And I hope that you experience this ceremony, you experience this time together from your heart rather than from your head. Although there's no getting it wrong. There's no judgment. There's no, but yesterday, I was talking to one of my guides, Fred. You might know him as Mr. Rogers. And someone mentioned asking the question of our guides, how best can we learn from you? Rather than going to them as this, like snack machine or something. We put in our 25 cents or dollar or whatever, and what do you have for me? Oh, good, chips. Where this like dispenser of information, instead of just like, what message is there for me? What's in it for me? To ask your guides, how might I best learn from you? And so I asked that of Fred. And what he told me was to look at him with my heart and to feel beyond the image, beyond, the personality of, Mr. Rogers, the person that I grew up with, that I look up to, that I find solace in, because that's fine and there are times for that, right? But to be able to look beyond the trappings, to see, to feel, and to recognize the spirit beyond whatever our spirit guides appear, whatever form they appear to us in, and to feel I don't even know what word I'm looking for, but the fullness, the unlimitedness beyond the limited form. That limited form gives us something to relate to attach to, and gives us an interface with the spirits. But actually as like your power animals, when they come to you in the form of an animal, it actually lessens their power because they're putting on this trapping of, an animal suit, whatever it might be. And this isn't to deny the validity of your spirit guides or your power animals. It's actually to expand it, to see beyond what the image. Because when I go to him as Mr. Rogers, there's a limited amount of wisdom I can receive because it's Mr. Rogers. But what he told me was, when I can see beyond the image and the personality that I expect, that through him I have access to all of the wisdom, any of the wisdom that I can get from any ascended master or whatever, right? We tend to classify guides, there's the highest angels and there's the ascended masters, and, it's like this hierarchy. but they're all divine. There are none that are more powerful or more important than any other ones. And to sense, it comes back to that namaste thing, right? The divine in me sees the divine in you. And when we approach our guides from that knowing our divinity and seeing that divinity in them, we can see through that veil of imagery, of personality, and touch that divinity beyond it and gain so much more, such a deeper, more rich and lush connection, because it's about relationship. All, like, even when I'm doing the ceremony, I talk about all our relations, and that includes every living being in the universe. And when I say every living thing, I'm including things like stones and crystals and wood floors and chairs and mountains and trees. All of it, it's all part of the same source energy. And that is ultimately what the spiritual path is about remembering that divinity within us and outside of us, around us. I just did a soul retrieval for someone today, and one of the power animals that came back to help was Manatee. And so I was asking Manatee what gift is he bringing with him to help this person to heal. And it actually is funny, every time I do a healing or a reading for someone else, it reflects something that I'm learning, something that I am just starting to understand. And what Manatee had to say was that there is no hurry. Manatee has all his needs met. He doesn't have to stalk his prey or be in a certain place by a certain time. He can take his time, enjoy himself, dive down for the plants on the bottom of the river, rise up to the sun, and to know that he's always in the right place at the right time. And along with that was to be able to see and appreciate the water. My phone just fritzed out for a second, so I think that was important. The water is the womb, right? It's the womb of the cosmic mother. We're still in the womb. We are held in this love, and we tend not to see it because we're looking with the filters of our mind, of society, of limited beliefs. But when you open your heart and you can actually see the divine love that surrounds you, that holds you, that protects you, it's amazing. So remember that you are not alone. Even if you feel alone, even if you seem to be alone, ask to be shown the love that surrounds you, the love that holds you. When I was learning soul retrieval from Sandra Ingerman, she brought up the example of someone she did a soul retrieval for, and she saw her client as this little girl on her trike, and she was just pedaling like mad, and she was grumpy, and she had this frown on her face. Meanwhile, the entire world around her was like an old black and white Disney cartoon, with the houses were dancing and singing, and the trees were dancing and singing, and everything around her was dancing and singing and inviting her to join in. But she had this perspective where she couldn't see anything but right in front of her, and so she couldn't perceive the love that was all around her, that was actually holding her and supporting her. So remember that even in your solitude, when you really learn how to approach solitude, there is such a fullness to that solitude that you don't feel alone. You don't feel lonely because everything you need is within you, and you are being held by the love of the Cosmic Mother. You are held in that watery womb where all your needs are met, where you are taken care of, where you are loved. So remember, you are loved beyond anything you can imagine. You are beloved of the Goddess, of the Mother. You are beloved. So I think that is the thought I will leave you with for tonight. So I'm going to release those spirits that have so lovingly held space for us so that we could do our work. But just also know that I am here to support you, that a shaman's job is to support the community that supports him. And I am here to support you on your path. I'm here to support you in remembering, in finding your way. I'm not here to instill a way upon you or to tell you what's right and what's wrong. I'm here to help you remember. And so I can do that through card readings with the totem animals. I can do like the soul retrieval healings. I also do classes and mentoring. You can visit my website, perchingwolfstudios.net, and you can peruse all the different shamanic services I offer, see what might resonate with you. And it's hard to put down all the things that I do. It's hard to delineate. So even if there is nothing there that specifically resonates with you, but you feel drawn just to come and talk with me, set up a session and we will see what happens. This is heart-driven work. This is spirit-driven work. And we will find out what you need to know, even if we don't know initially the way that will be presented, the way that comes through. So check out my website. Please share this video, and what was I going to say? Oh, and once we're done here with the live, I will share this video to my Facebook page, Perching Wolf Studios, and I will also upload it to my Perching Wolf Studios YouTube channel. So check that out, subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my videos. That helps me get up in the algorithms or whatever. But I have like 3 years worth of videos of ceremony, of readings, of stories, of songs, different things, which is all free for you. It's a resource given from my heart to yours. If you need a little guidance, pull up one of the Monday night medicine card readings. If you need a moment of silence, pull up one of the ceremonies and just be there. That is from me to you with love. And so I hope to see you next week. Join me again, invite your friends, and let's release those spirits. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, my friends. I hope to see you soon. I hope you join us again next Wednesday or Monday nights at 8 o'clock for my mini medicine card readings, where 6 people get one card reading, and for those who don't get the personal reading, I have them choose numbers, and whatever card, 1 through 6, whatever card or cards you choose, that's your guidance as well. So join me for that, or I hope to see you again next Wednesday. But until I do see you again, know that I love you, that I see you, and that I honor you. Have a wonderful week. Know that you are beloved. You are loved greater than you can even imagine. So have a wonderful week, everyone, and go shining. Bye.